So I never played the Until Dawn games on PlayStation, but I know, or I should say, I'm aware of how it goes. It's kind of like choose how you want to play and how you choose the fate of different characters. Here with the Until Dawn movie, they take a kind of a different approach where instead of um, you're choosing where your character goes, this is pretty much putting the characters in this Groundhog's Day scenario where we are introduced to our main characters, Clover, which is an interesting name. You have Max. You also have Megan. She seems to be the one that's kind of semi-psychic or allegedly psychic. Nina and her boyfriend Abe. And you don't expect much from the cast, to be honest, even though I think they did a good job in this movie portraying these characters. There's not too much to their characters, except for Abe. Even though he's a dick, like, he's the only one that was kind of really thinking in this movie. So pretty much what ends up happening is they're all on the road. I think that in the beginning they were talking about being a part of a band or something like that, and they stop at this creepy ass rest stop, and she gets some details on her missing friend Mel, and they start to go investigate. But once they drive up to this like just weird ass house in the middle of fucking nowhere, after it just got done raining, well, it was raining, but they got put into this like kind of a dome. Think of like a video game, and there are certain parts of the video game that you can't leave. Like, it's that space that you just can't. It's not fully open world. They pretty much get locked in this area. They don't know that at first, but then characters just start dying, and then they come back, and the more times that they die, weird things start to begin to happen to them, and they have to constantly figure out how can they beat this game or whatever is going on in this place. And I will say, this movie surprised me because Sony is not really known for putting out really strong horror movies. Tarot was terrible last year. This is probably everything I wanted Tarot to be. You know what I'm saying? This has some really brutal ass kills. Like, the girl Megan in this, she probably gets it the worst more than any character on screen. There are some cutaways, but I do appreciate how graphic and how explosive some of these kills are. That would be the highlight overall for me of this movie. If anything, it's not super scary or whatnot, even though I do appreciate some of the practical effects they use on certain creatures or certain figures in this movie. Like I said, the weakest part about this though is the story, because it has very interesting lore, but I feel like it doesn't make sense sometimes. You don't really care about any of these characters' backstories, and it's kind of half and half. Like, sometimes they do smart things, but then they also do dumb shit in this, which obviously you're going to get that in this. This definitely felt like something that would have come out in the early 2000s. It's very cheesy. It embraces that. It's not the best structured, but it does enough to keep you entertained all the way through. I never felt bored. Never felt like, man, when is this going to end? Because I actually found the way that this went to be very interesting, as far as how they break certain things down. The set pieces are really fucking dope. I think they put a lot of time into that, where I thought you were going to see a lot of like CG and just a lot of wonkiness, and there's not that much in here. You know what I'm saying? I was kind of getting worried at the beginning, because it's just like, I don't know where this is really going to go, but I'm glad I went out and saw this. If you're looking for a really entertaining horror movie that is full of blood, guts and body parts. Yeah, Until Dawn, I think, is definitely going to satisfy you in that way. Now, for the people that have played the video game, I don't know if this is going to be their cup of tea, because I don't know if this is following the lore, if they're taking some of the lore and just kind of doing their own thing with it. Y'all can let me know that have played the game. Overall, definitely worth checking this out, because Sony's not promoting this. I know they had this contest where they were going to marathon this movie, and whoever wins without having their phone out or nothing like that, just watching the movie, was going to win like $5,000. I would have done that easy. But that aside, even though that's cool, let me know how you guys feel about this movie if you get around to checking it out. Till next time, I'll see y'all later.